You cannot stop living and go forward. And today is the first day of the beginning of my life because I know that I don't have to worry.
Have you ever had any bad health experiences? Céline Dion, the music legend known for her timeless songs, has finally admitted to the worst days of her health battle. What happened to the singer? How did she cope with the challenges during this time? To learn more about Céline Dion's touching story, don't miss this video. Céline Dion reveals the darkest moments of her illness. Céline Dion's struggle with stiff person syndrome, SBS, started long before she told the world about it. She recently opened up about her experience with this rare neurological disorder that changed everything about her life and career. The first warning signs appeared while Dion performed during her Taking Chances World Tour in Germany. I was fine, and I had breakfast, and then my voice started to go high, and then I felt like I could not control it. I was skidding. I was like, I could not control anything, she shared in a recent interview. What seemed like simple vocal tiredness turned into something more serious. The symptoms hit her suddenly. She had to cut down her usual vocal warm-up before concerts. I had to find a path. My vocal cords were squeezed, she explained. So I said, I'm just going to do 2 songs. Normally I sing like almost an hour to 45 minutes for a sound check. Backstage videos from the 2008 tour show Dion's growing distress as she tells her medical team, "My main problem now is my neck. I cannot relax my neck, so I cannot relax my vocal cords, so I cannot vocal exercise well." She later told her dancers, "I don't have a voice." This started her 16-year battle with a condition nobody could diagnose. Her symptoms grew from voice problems into systemic physical issues. "My eyebrows are spasming, my ears. I tell you I'm gonna flip soon," Dion revealed in her 2010 documentary footage. These problems affected not just her singing but her simple body functions. Spasms would strike different parts of her body without warning. It can be in the abdomen, can be in the spine, can be in the ribs, Dion explained. These spasms turned dangerous, and she admitted, "I had broken ribs at one point because sometimes when it's very severe, it can break some ribs as well." The condition would sometimes paralyze parts of her body. "If I point my feet, they will stay in a stuck position, or if I cook, because I love to cook, my fingers, my hands will get in a position. My feet, it's cramping, but it's like in a position of you cannot unlock them." Dion noted, "I would lose it for 2 hours without knowing." Fear and confusion took over. "I was very, very scared," she admitted. "Just before I went on stage, I asked my sound man, I don't know if I can do the show, I don't know what's happening." Her performances suffered as she tried to work around her voice problems. The impact on Dion's legendary voice hit her hardest. She described singing with SBS in raw detail. "It's like somebody is strangling you. It's like somebody is pushing your larynx." This shows the daily battle of an artist whose whole life revolves around her voice. She showed how her voice would get stuck at certain pitches. "It was like talking like that, and you cannot go high or lower," she explained, showing how her voice became weak and thin. "It gets into a spasm," she added, pointing to her throat and noting, "It started here." She tried different ways to keep performing. "I was trying to compensate and find another way to have a voice," she shared. "So we lowered the song a little bit with the keys." Her voice took on a more nasal quality during shows as she fought against the spasms. Her physical pain matched her emotional struggle. "Feeling my body leaving me, holding on to my dreams. But do I have dreams? What is going on? I can't sing," she described. This shows the deep crisis faced by someone whose identity is centered on her unique vocal gift. Dion showed her fighting spirit when discussing her diagnosis. "I've chosen to work with all my body and soul from head to toe with a medical team. I want to be the best I can be." The legendary singer kept a devastating secret from the world for 17 years. She made her public announcement in December 2022, but Dion had quietly fought stiff person syndrome since 2008. She kept performing, raised her family, and maintained her public image while she dealt with a condition that grew more debilitating each day. She recently admitted that she had been hiding her health condition for a long time. Why did she choose to keep quiet, and what led her to this decision? She admits to hiding her condition for over a decade. Dion shares a deep bond with her devoted audience. She shared her feelings in an emotional interview by comparing herself to an apple tree with fans waiting in line for fruit. "I'm an apple tree, and people are in line, and I give them apples, the best, and I shine them. And they all leave with a basket of apples," she explained. She worried about letting these loyal supporters down as her health declined. "My branches are starting to fall sometimes, get crooked, and those branches are starting to produce a few fewer apples, but there's still as many people in line." Her deep sense of responsibility to her audience created inner turmoil. "It's not hard to do a show, you know. It's hard to cancel a show," Dion revealed. She pushed through performances even as her body failed her, rather than admit her health problems. The singer's dedication to her fans meant more than just professional duty. It touched her personally. "I can't just do whatever I want. I can't go out. I'm stuck," she admitted, describing her guilt even when people saw her spending time with family on nights she should have been performing. Dion and her team came up with different reasons for the cancelled shows as her condition got worse. "When I had to cancel shows, we had to tell the crowd, the people, why it was lying, from a sinus infection to an ear infection to whatever," she confessed. She found creative ways to hide vocal issues during performances. "There are moments where I cheated. I tapped on the microphone like it was the microphone's fault." She tried to explain away the early symptoms to herself. "I could say that it's like a little cold starting, or just because I pushed too much. It's the third show in a row, you're working too hard," she told interviewer Hoda Kotb. She tried to cover up her declining vocal abilities by lowering the keys of songs when her voice sounded increasingly nasal. These excuses piled up over time and created a web of deception she struggled to maintain. She felt so embarrassed after each incident, yet pride and necessity drove her to keep hiding her condition. "For years and years, I shut my eyes to it. I hid it from my friends, my family, my children. I held out for as long as possible," Dion revealed. She carried an enormous psychological burden from keeping up this facade while managing her failing health. She also cared for her husband Renee Angelil during his battle with throat cancer until he died in 2016. "My husband, as well, was fighting for his own life," she explained. "These circumstances forced her to put others first. I had to raise my kids, I had to hide, I had to try to be a hero." The burden of hiding her condition became too heavy. "The lie is too heavy now," she stated plainly. She described her emotional strain with raw honesty. "Lying for me was the burden that was too much. Lying to the people who got me where I am today, I could not do it anymore." Her decision to speak out brought relief, despite the pain. "We did not know what was going on," she admitted. "I did not take the time. I should have stopped, take the time to figure it out." This confession showed not just her medical reality, but also her human limitations. "I needed to stop being so brave. I needed to take care of it," she concluded. Céline Dion fought a private battle against stiff person syndrome that pushed her to take life-threatening doses of medication. Recent interviews revealed how her dependency on pharmaceuticals almost took her life as she tried to keep her career going. Céline Dion has revealed a little-known aspect of her health battle, her near-death experiences while on medication. Those moments may have changed her forever. How did those experiences affect her, and what made her decide to share her story? She opens up about near-death experiences with medication. The debilitating muscle spasms made Dion turn to diazepam, known as Valium, a medication that treats anxiety, muscle spasms, and seizures. Her standard treatment turned into a dangerous dependency as her body adapted to the drug's effects. "I would take, for example, before a performance, 20 milligrams of Valium, and then just walking from my dressing room to backstage. It was gone, Dion said in a recent interview. She described how the medication worked less and less, which forced her to take higher doses to get the same relief. Dion needed more medication to keep performing. Regular, adult doses range between 2 to 10 milligrams, but her tolerance grew at an alarming rate. At one point, the thing is that my body got used to it at 20 and 30 and 40 milligrams until it went up, she revealed. The Grammy winner ended up taking up to 90 milligrams daily. Medical professionals consider this extremely high amount potentially lethal. The medication let her keep performing despite her worsening symptoms. Medical experts later told Dion about the danger she had put herself in. 90 milligrams of Valium can kill you. You can stop breathing, she stated plainly. This amount was more than twice the maximum recommended daily dose of 40 milligrams. Dion had no idea about these risks. I did not know, honestly, that it could kill me, she confessed. I did not question the level because I don't know medicine. I thought it was going to be okay, she added. The medication worked for a few days, for a few weeks, and then it doesn't work anymore. She reflected soberly. I did not understand that I could have gone to bed and stopped breathing. And you learn through your mistakes. Her drive to keep performing clouded her judgment about the serious medical risks. Valium gave her substantial but temporary physical relief. It was relaxing my whole body, she explained, which helped her push through performances as her condition got worse. The COVID-19 pandemic gave Dion an unexpected chance to tackle her dangerous medication dependency. It was an opportunity for me to take a break, she said. The worldwide performance shutdown finally gave her time to focus on her health. She worked with doctors to safely stop her high-dose regimen. I stopped everything with the help of doctors. I was weaning off all the meds, and especially the bad ones, she explained. The process needed careful medical supervision. When you taper these drugs, you can die as well. You cannot just stop everything. Getting off the medication was tough, but essential. Do not be brave, she advised, looking back at her choice to put health before performing. Her symptoms got much worse after stopping the Valium. The medication withdrawal left Dion with worse symptoms, including broken ribs from severe spasms and memory issues. This led to her public announcement about her stiff person syndrome diagnosis in December 2022. The withdrawal period brought both challenges and clarity. I stopped everything because it stopped working, she stated simply. She knew the medication wasn't sustainable anymore, regardless of her career's demands. Amazon Prime Video released I Am, Céline Dion in June 2024. The documentary gives viewers an unmatched look at the singer's private battle with stiff person syndrome. Academy Award nominee Irene Taylor directed this film that shows raw, unfiltered moments of Dion's daily challenges. Let's find out a little bit. Celine Dion documents her journey in I Am, Céline Dion. The documentary, I Am, Céline Dion, shows the harsh reality of living with a debilitating neurological condition, unlike other carefully curated celebrity content. Critics praised the film as a raw, heartbreaking, and deeply moving window into the reclusive life of a once-in-a-generation talent. Viewers see Dion's physical therapy sessions, medication routines, and her emotional confessions about losing her identity. One touching scene shows her assistant giving her morning medication. This moment reveals how family members and professionals share caregiving duties. Critics gave the film excellent reviews, calling it a visceral, cathartic, confessional film that breaks through celebrity cliches with an earnest and open closet of vulnerability. The film's most shocking sequence comes at the end, when cameras catch Dion having a severe spasm after recording Love Again. The cramping starts in her foot and quickly turns into a full-body episode lasting between 30 to 60 minutes. Director Irene Taylor shared the distressing moment. I was very panicked. I wasn't sure if she was breathing because she was moaning and then she stopped. The footage captures Dion completely frozen, her hands twisted into claws, face locked in a grimace, while silent tears roll down her cheeks. Dion wanted this devastating scene to stay in the film when she saw the rough cut. "Don't cut down that scene," she told Taylor. Later, Dion speaks about feeling embarrassed. "Every time something like this happens, it makes you feel so embarrassed, to not have control of yourself." Dion's main goal behind documenting her story goes beyond personal healing. "I wanted to document this part of my life, to try to raise awareness of this little-known condition, to help others who share this diagnosis," she explained. The documentary has deeply affected the SPS community. Allison, who also has SPS, found it tough but necessary to watch. It brought up some really bad memories, but she appreciated Dion's willingness to put herself out there. Another patient, Ilya, believes Dion's visibility will create international awareness and hopefully funding for scientific research. Dr. Amanda Piquet, who leads an autoimmune neurology program, points out that Céline Dion being so open about her journey and experiences has shed light on stiff person syndrome. The documentary serves as both Dion's personal story and a powerful tool to advocate for a condition that affects only 1 in a million people. Have you ever been in a similar situation or witnessed someone facing difficult moments in life? Or do you have any experience and knowledge about this disease? Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. We would love to hear from you. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more interesting updates. Thank you and see you in the next videos.